Here.
Hi, this is Cliff Brayshaw and Matt. We're in business together, and I'm going to show you how to pot Eppies from a 1 gallon to a 2 gallon because it needs to be transferred. There's a whole bunch of steps that you might want to take, or change your steps as you go, because everybody does a little bit different all the time. Okay, what I want to start with is pot. This is a 2 gallon pot, and Epiphyllum Hybrid is what we're going to be repotting this 1 gallon in. What I first do is I drill holes all the way around the pot equally and the same height. So I'm going to drill a few holes so you can see what I'm doing. Well, I'll have to drill all 4 actually. About finger length down, and I trim the other side evenly. Drill another hole, and then I don't know if you can see it or not. Now there's 2 holes either side. Now we're going to do it this way on these 2 sides. You don't want to drill too far down because mainly because you get more strength up close to the top rim. Okay, so you drill your 4 holes. Usually it's 11, 30 seconds, right around there is great. It's easier to do than trying to punch it out. Okay, now we're taking the hanger. This is the hangers we use. We like the big hooks on top. Now what I'd usually do is I don't want the hanger this long because we're wasting space. I usually would cut the hanger down, about there. So let's go ahead and cut that real quick. It's about 1 foot up. And then you just grab all 4 of the lines that are on here, and use 4 fingers, right like this I'm showing you, and bend it right there, and just watch me crimp it back, right like that. Okay? And you separate them out, facing in, and turn them like that. It's like a big coat hanger with 4 of them. See how that looks? Okay. And these will eventually go on here, right like this. This is how Matt and I have been doing this for years. Put them up like that. I'm just going to show you 2 right now, but they go in like that. See, now we're saving room for the next pot if you want to do more than 1. Okay, it's going to hang like that, and you put another one up here. So you get the growth. You can see the growth over here. This will fit inside this pot with all of what's there, but we're going to reduce the size of this plant to get more cuttings to make more plants. Excuse me, I got a cold. And it's pouring rain outside. Okay, now I usually put half full of potting soil. We have our mix here that we use, and I have to move over here a little bit. Actually, I did want to show you one thing prior to that, is the labels that we put on. We put a label on the side, which we sell those also, label makers, and then we have this metal tag. I don't know if you can read this or not on the camera. If you can zoom in with your video, and it's scribed in there with whatever you want to use. A pen is what we use, and you can even use the end of a pair of scissors writing the words. And then put the date on it. Wouldn't hurt either. What time you planted it and stuff like that. Okay, another way to do it is with a label maker. This is different, not a label maker, but this is like a grease pencil. It's called solid marker. And you can go ahead and write right on the side of the pot. This is permanent, by the way, and we sell these. I'm just going to put, let's put this word. No, let's put Cliff on here.
You should cut that.
It'll stay on there forever. Okay. Now, next thing. Here's another label that we do. We usually mark it 3 different ways. one with a metal and one with a grease pencil, and then sometimes with the stand-up labels, which we sell these too. We sell these also. Okay, that's enough for that. All right, now let's try to do something here with this plant. I don't know if we've got enough room here. Here we go. All right, let's move over here. Okay, this plant is very oversized. We've got a cutting that already fell off that we have to repot also. Anyway, this is a 1 gallon like I had mentioned. There's quite a few cuttings on this. We're going to repot it today, but we're going to cut some off because it's too big for even the 2 gallon pot we have right here. Okay, we're going to cut with this. Matt and I use scissors because it makes a clean cut. And we usually make a cut about, I'd say 8 inches, right around 8 inches, right around there. And Matt does it a little bit different, but we both work together. He does it this way. Cuts it like a point. Like that. But they still come out the same. You can cut it this way, or you can still cut it flat. I want to save the cutting. You can still cut it flat like that. So it's cut flat. That's a good cutting right there. It's got all the aerials right here where you get the new growth. You get new growth. You plant this about that deep. We'll show you in a later video. About that deep. A little less than that. But this is your aerials. You get growth from right in there and also throughout the bottom. We'll tell you about starting cutting later. Let's take some more cuttings off of this. About the same length. Quite a few here. This is a big plant. It is way too long. But that's good for growth. Okay. Now on this pot here, that's already well established, it's probably full of roots. It's probably called root bound, if a lot of people call it that. It's got some oxalis in here. And you definitely want to remove that. Don't remove it when it's in the pot because you won't get the roots out of it. Okay? You need to get all the little roots that are down inside of here, because if you just pluck these off like that, it'll just grow right back. You got to take off all the roots that are down inside the pot. And the only way to do that is to take it out of the pot. You just set it on the side of something, tap it gently, and then here comes your pot. Okay. Now, I hope you guys can see this. You guys can pan in tighter if you want later. Just take our label out. And here's your oxalis. Nobody likes it. It's yucky, yucky. Okay, and you dig down in here and get all the roots out. Just shake it back and forth. You want to get all those roots. You have the top of the plant and just pull gently to get them all out. They all got to come out. They hurt epis. Tug just slightly. Okay, there they are. They're gone. Alright, is this ready to pot? We could take a few more cuttings off of this, but if we leave it large like this, we'll get more growth faster, and also you'll get more blooms faster. This would probably have probably 10 or 15 blooms this year. It's January 1st, so around Mother's Day you get about 10 or 15 blooms off of this. Okay. I'll rough up the soil just a little bit. You can't see what I'm doing. I'll turn it a little bit. Try to drop the trash down here. Just a little bit. Not a lot. You don't want to disturb roots too much.